Hello. Today is day 9 of my daily reflections video series. Is it a series? I don't know if it is a series. I'm just gonna power through and I'm gonna try to get as many that I can in and see how long I can go with this streak. So, I wanted to chat a little bit about how this has gone for me, why I decided to film a video every single day. So, honestly, I have had this YouTube channel for like about 4 years now, and as I started it with a creative outlet in mind. And I started it because I wanted to record some of my cooking skills that I was learning at the time. And I also just really needed some sort of a creative way to combine me learning how to cook and me wanting to do something creative. So I started this channel, and my first videos were called Cooking with Miss Kwan. I had no idea how to cook before that, but my husband really wanted me to learn how to cook. And I mean, to this day, food is one of those topics in my household that it's a little controversial actually, because we never know what we're gonna eat, and that's like such an important thing to know. So at that time, I was just getting really frustrated that we were eating at restaurants all the time. We were eating fast food, and I didn't even know how to do basics. Like, I would burn my fried eggs, or, I didn't even know how to cook rice. Like you literally put the rice in the water and a little bit of salt, sometimes oil, like you could go without the oil, and you press the button. Like, I didn't know how to do any of that. So at that time, I was learning, and I was like, okay, cool, I'm gonna film it so I could remember the recipes, and then also just so I can, do the thing I always wanted to do. I've always been into social media since 2015, even before. Like, I studied theater in high school, and I actually got my associate's degree in theater, and then I got my bachelor's in communications. But I was like highly debating whether to do theater or not. But I've always loved being in front of the camera and acting and performing. So I come from that background, and I've always loved social media too. In 2015, I actually had started a blog with my best friend at the time. Well, she's still my bestie. Hi, Rainy, if you see this. I don't know if you'll see this, but just shout out to you. So we actually started a blog, and that was like my first time that I did something like that. And it was called Social Construction of Style. And it was a fashion blog, and we would take photos of our clothes and of ourselves, and that lasted for a good few months. And then that same year in 2015, my bestie, moved to New York, so we couldn't keep it up. And I always had the desire within to have some sort of social media channel or presence online. And anyway, I then kept it up, and I used it for like my personal brand. But like 5 years had passed, and I hadn't really done anything. Like, I would always practice and do like little reels and little photos and stuff like that, but nothing like serious. And then in 2020, I was like, I need to do this. Like, I'm a creative person, and I need an outlet. So that's how this channel came about. And yeah, so I started my channel, and I really liked it. But the thing is that, like I mentioned before, I'm not the greatest at cooking. So it ended up morphing into my husband teaching me behind the scenes and me being like the front facing talent. But that's just not sustainable for a channel. So that didn't really work out long term. And then life ended up happening, and just things got in the way. I ended up trying like coloring, like doing like coloring sessions and then like unboxing. And then I just tried to do more of like a personal interest kind of thing, vlog style. But this entire time I have been facing certain challenges within myself, just fears that have lived within me for a long time, fears of people and what they would think of me, fears of failure, fears of success, fears of growing older, fears of becoming an adult, just all sorts of fears that were within me, and that's I still have to this day sometimes. So 9 days ago when I started this challenge, I'm like, you know what, I have to do something about it. I have to go out of my comfort zone, find the time wherever it is. Again, we all have the same 24 hours, and just do it. One of my favorite YouTube channels that I've learned so much is Think Media, and their slogan is just hit record. And it's true. You just hit record and you just start talking to it. And if you don't do that, then you're always going to feel uncomfortable. You're always going to feel embarrassed. But I can tell you from day 9 of filming the videos, I do feel more confident. I feel more comfortable. I've learned quite a few things, though, like that it's not easy. A couple of videos, I've literally, as I've been like editing them or trying to post them, I've like knocked out and fell asleep, especially during weekdays when it's super tired. So it's one of those things that it is a challenge, but the desire and the consistency has to be there more than just opting out and not doing it. And what I hope to do with these videos is truly to just prove to myself that I can do it and I can be consistent. And I don't need to have a script. I don't need to have anything all super planned out. Again, it's not going to come out perfect. Like, that's not the intention behind this. This is simply me proving to myself and to you, just through conversation, that anyone can do it. I can do it. You can do it. And it just takes a level of discipline and commitment that, most people are not willing to do. So anyway, it's been quite the experience, and I'm having fun, and I'm learning a lot, and I don't want to disappoint myself, and I don't want to disappoint you with not posting these videos. So I'm gonna keep powering through, and my goal and my hope is that every video that I do gets better, and it's okay. However it comes out, it's okay. So thanks for listening. Thank you for being here. I hope that my journey inspires you in some sort of way, and I'll see you on the next video.